The woman who gave us strength finally asked for help. Tamela Mann has always had that kind of voice. The kind that touches your soul when you're at your lowest. A voice that somehow reaches deep into your heart and lifts you up, even when you feel like falling apart. For years, she's been the one singing us through our hardest moments at funerals, in hospital rooms, or on nights when life felt too heavy to carry. Songs like Take Me to the King, God Provides, and Change Me weren't just gospel hits. They were lifelines. Her music became the background to some of the toughest and most personal moments in people's lives. So when Tamela appeared on a quiet Sunday night, live on her phone camera, no makeup, no bright lights, just a tired hoodie and swollen eyes, people were shocked. She looked worn out, not just physically but emotionally. You could tell she had been holding something inside for a long time. She took a deep breath before she spoke. "I'm tired," she said. But it wasn't the kind of tired a nap could fix. It was deep. Soul deep. She explained how she'd been pretending for too long, putting on a strong face while quietly falling apart inside. That night, Tamela revealed something she had kept private for years. She had been diagnosed with an autoimmune condition. It was attacking her joints, her muscles, her energy, everything. She didn't name the condition, maybe because she was still learning how to cope with it herself. But the symptoms spoke loud and clear: pain, swelling, sleepless nights, and some mornings where she could barely stand. "There are days," she said, "when I wake up and wonder if I'll even be able to walk. Or sing. Or just make it through." What made her confession hit even harder was that for so long, Tamela had been the strong one. The one people turned to when they needed hope. And now, here she was, finally asking for prayer. She admitted she'd been dealing with this illness for years. The signs were there, but no one really noticed. Fans thought she was just tired from touring. Behind the scenes, though, her body was breaking down. Her knees screamed in pain. Her joints stiffened. She'd smile on stage and then collapse in hotel bathrooms, silently suffering. Even after undergoing double knee replacement surgery in 2019, which made her look healthier on the outside, the flare-ups never truly stopped. The pain came with fear. Fear that her gift, her voice, might one day disappear. Fear that if she couldn't sing anymore, maybe she wouldn't feel like she had a purpose. "There were nights," she confessed, "when I'd lie in bed and ask God, am I still useful to you?" And still, Tamela kept showing up at churches, at funerals, at worship events, singing, smiling, praying for others while quietly breaking inside. That's what strong people often do. They keep giving, even when there's nothing left to give. And Tamela was the perfect example of that kind of quiet sacrifice. She said she didn't speak up before because she didn't want to burden anyone. She thought if she just kept smiling, no one would worry. But eventually, the weight became too heavy, and she couldn't carry it alone anymore. That live video wasn't about sympathy. It was about release. It gave other people permission to admit, "I'm not okay either." The next morning, her husband, David Mann, known for his humor and big personality, also went live. But this time, there were no jokes. Just a man in a black t-shirt, with red eyes and a heavy heart. "Y'all saw Tam last night," he said. "Now it's my turn." He spoke softly, his voice shaking as he shared what it's been like to watch his wife suffer in silence. He talked about helping her out of bed after shows, rubbing her legs in the middle of the night, and lifting her out of the bathtub when her body just wouldn't work. "She keeps saying she's fine," he said, "but I've seen her break." He paused, looked away from the camera, and gathered himself. "She's always been the strong one. Now, I have to be strong for her." David described nights where Tamela clutched her Bible and whispered desperate prayers, just asking God to help her hold on. "She asked me, 'What if I can't sing anymore?' And I told her, 'Baby, your voice isn't all God gave you. You are the ministry.'" Fans were stunned to see David so vulnerable. He's usually the funny one, the comic relief to Tamela's deep, powerful presence. But this wasn't a joke. This was love, real love. A man standing in the gap for his wife when she didn't have the strength to stand for herself. And people felt it. Thousands of comments flooded in. Black men especially thanked David for showing what true love and support looks like. That 6-minute video became a sermon of its own. Soon, the gospel community started speaking out. Yolanda Adams, Erica Campbell, Smokey Norfolk, and others posted videos and messages thanking Tamela for how her music had impacted their lives. Tasha Cobbs Leonard shared, "When I was at my lowest, Tamela's voice helped me breathe again." Even Kirk Franklin posted an old video of the two of them backstage, writing, "You gave us light. Let us cover you now." Tyler Perry, who's worked with Tamela and David for years, recorded a heartfelt message. "Sis," he said, "you were there for me before the fame. Now it's our turn. Rest. Heal. We've got you." And then something beautiful happened. Fans, churches, choirs, people from all over started organizing prayer circles, live praise nights, and tributes in her honor. The hashtags Pray for Tamela and Covering Tamela trended everywhere. But this wasn't just internet noise. It was real. In one viral video, a group of little girls stood outside a hospital singing "Take Me to the King," holding handmade signs that said, "We love you, Tamela." In another, an entire church paused mid-service to pray for her. During a casual family live stream, David surprised Tamela. Videos started playing behind the messages from people touched by her music. A young woman going through chemo. A widower who found hope through her songs. A recovering addict. A veteran with PTSD. Each one shared how her voice had saved them. Tamela sat there, silent. Tears rolled down her cheeks. She didn't speak until the very end, whispering, "I don't deserve all this, but I receive it. Thank you." That moment changed everything. Tamela Mann wasn't just a gospel singer anymore. She became a symbol of strength through vulnerability. By being honest about her pain, she gave others permission to be honest about theirs. In the days that followed, Take Me to the King shot back up the gospel charts, 12 years after its release. But this time, people weren't just hearing a beautiful song, they were hearing the story behind the voice. Prayer groups, tribute videos, and a live-streamed concert called Covering Tamela followed, where over 60 gospel artists sang her songs in her honor. Many couldn't finish without crying. The final moment was a virtual choir singing her greatest worship hits in harmony. No egos. No showboating. Just love. And somewhere, wrapped in a blanket at home, Tamela Mann watched not as a performer, but as a woman being lifted, finally, by the same kind of love she had given the world for so long. She wasn't alone anymore. She was seen. And at last, she could start to heal. As we come to the end of this video, I just want to take a moment to reflect on what Tamela Mann's story really teaches us. It's easy to see someone on stage or on TV and forget that they're human too. We often look up to strong people and think they've got it all together. We assume they don't break, don't cry, don't struggle like the rest of us. But Tamela reminded us that even the strongest among us carry battles we can't always see. Her honesty, her vulnerability, it wasn't weakness. It was courage. And in being real with the world, she gave all of us permission to take off the mask too. She showed us that it's okay to say, "I'm not okay." It's okay to admit we're tired. It's okay to need help. Tamela has been a source of strength for so many for so long. Her voice has been a healing balm to broken hearts, tired souls, and people who felt like giving up. But this time, it was her turn to be lifted. Her turn to be covered in love. And that's exactly what happened. From prayer circles to tribute videos, to churches pausing their services just to pray for her, to fans singing outside hospitals, this wasn't just support, it was community. It was love in action. And in a world that often moves on too quickly, this moment reminded us of something sacred: we are better when we hold each other up. So if you're watching this right now and you've been carrying something heavy, hear me when I say this, you don't have to carry it alone. Speak up. Ask for help. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to always be strong. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply say, "I'm tired." To Tamela Mann, thank you. Thank you for your voice, your spirit, your honesty, and your heart. You've given so much to the world, and now it's time for us to give back to you. If this video touched you in any way, please take a moment to share it. Drop a comment below and let us know how Tamela's music has impacted your life. And if you believe in the power of prayer and community, let's keep covering her and each other in love. Let's remind the world that even in our hardest moments, we are never truly alone. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and more importantly, thank you for feeling. Until next time, take care of yourself, love one another, and don't be afraid to be honest with where you are. But this time, it was her turn to be lifted. Her turn to be covered in love. And that's exactly what happened. From prayer circles to tribute videos, to churches pausing their services just to pray for her, to fans singing outside hospitals, this wasn't just support, it was community. It was love in action. And in a world that often moves on too quickly, this moment reminded us of something sacred: we are better when we hold each other up. So if you're watching this right now and you've been carrying something heavy, hear me when I say this: you don't have to carry it alone. Speak up. Ask for help. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to always be strong. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply say, "I'm tired." To Tamela Mann, thank you. Thank you for your voice, your spirit, your honesty, and your heart. You've given so much to the world, and now it's time for us to give back to you. If this video touched you in any way, please take a moment to share it. Drop a comment below and let us know how Tamela's music has impacted your life. And if you believe in the power of prayer and community, let's keep covering her and each other in love. Let's remind the world that even in our hardest moments, we are never truly alone. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and more importantly, thank you for feeling. Until next time, take care of yourself, love one another,